Hello everyone, I'm Miss Hayden and welcome to virtual story time here at the Bartlesville Public Library. The first thing we're going to do, because I've forgotten it a couple times, is do our welcome song. So I'm sure you guys probably know it and you want to sing it with me, please. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? Hopefully everybody is good. Yay! So, like normal, we are going to read stories and sing and songs. Sometimes I will be playing the violas over here, just out of sight of the camera, but it's here. You may have heard that. I don't know if the microphone picked it up. So, we are going to do two stories. One has animals in it, but the main character is actually not an animal. The first book, the main character is an animal. The first book we're going to read is Snail Crossing by Corey R. Tabor. One lucky day, Snail was out scooting around when he saw the most beautiful sight. A field of plump, crisp cabbage just across the road. "Well, you won't stop me," said Snail to the road. Snail had been traveling for some time when he decided to take a break. "Why, I must be nearly there," thought Snail. He was watching the grumbling gray clouds when he felt something coming his way. What it was, Snail couldn't say. Some things are too big and fast for snails to ponder. "Well, you won't stop me," said Snail to the thing. Snail was cabbage bound. Nothing could stand in his way. Sorry, I skipped a word. "Hey, you're standing in our way. We've got a road to cross here," yelled a troop of rowdy ants. And they probably would have carried on like that if it hadn't started to rain. "Rain!" cried the ants. "Help! Help! Help!" Cabbage bound or not, Snail couldn't just leave them there. "Come in," said Snail. "Come in before you drown." "Tea?" asked Snail. "Oh, please, thank you. That would be lovely," said the ants. Click. "We're sorry about earlier. Terribly sorry. Sometimes we get a bit antsy," said the ants. "Oh, I know the feeling," said Snail, and he told them all about the plump, crisp cabbage just across the road. Said the ants. When the rain stopped, the ants said thank you, thank you, thank you, and goodbye. Well, I hope you'll come back soon, said Snail. Count on it, said the ants, and off they went. Now where was I, said Snail to himself. Ah, yes. Snail was cabbage bound. Nothing could stand in his way. Snail was scooting right along when he noticed something standing in his way. Lunch, said the hungry crow. Well, you won't eat me, said Snail. Can't you see I'm cabbage bound? Evasive maneuvers! Evasive maneuvers! And just like that, the hungry crow was gone. Oh, almost forgot the next page. Oops. Snail was very relieved, but a little dizzy from all that spinning. And I forgot to point out, the snail is singing. He's singing, cabbage bound, I'm cabbage bound, head in the clouds, foot on the ground. Snail scooted and scooted and scooted, and hooray, said Snail, I made it. But where was the cabbage? Well, shoot, said Snail. He got mixed up after his evasive maneuvers. But what was that on the horizon? Could it be? It was! The cabbage was coming to Snail! Hooray, said Snail. And the ants are singing. They're singing, snail bound, we're snail bound. Thank you, he said to the ants. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then the new friends went inside for cabbage soup and tea, and no one felt antsy at all. That was the end. And that was Snail Crossing, our first book. So, we're done with our first story. So, time for songs. So, you guys have probably figured out by now that I like to start out with Twinkle. So, we sing Twinkle first, and then I play, and you guys sing again. Yay! Here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. now it's time for Wheels on the Bus. Wheels on the Bus. This time around, I'm going to play it first, and then we'll do a couple of more verses, but we'll sing them together. So now, second verse. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut all through the town. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish all through the town. Yay! Good job! I'm gonna get a little bit of water. So I think we should do If You're Happy and You Know It next. So we sing first, and then I'm going to play it, and you guys are going to sing whichever verse you want the second time around. Let's go. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. So you guys stomped or clapped again or shouted hooray that second time around with that song. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but I promised to learn another song, and I did. Actually, I learned several yesterday, so over the next few weeks I'll be playing those as well, but I thought we would start off with the alphabet song. That song you guys use to learn the alphabet. So we're going to sing it first, and then I'm going to play, and you guys can practice singing it by yourselves. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Know all your alphabet, don't ya? Well, always helps to practice. And that's what I did yesterday. I practiced playing that song so that I could do it today. Practice makes perfect, you know. We're done with music. Now we're back to reading. Our second book is Old Rock. Is not boring. So this is by Deb Paluti. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Old Rock had been sitting in the same spot at the edge of a clearing in the middle of a pine forest for as long as anyone could remember, and even before that. Being a rock seems awfully boring, said Tall Pine. You sit in the same spot, day after day, said Spotted Beetle. It's a very nice spot, said Old Rock. Don't you want to go anywhere? Asked Hummingbird. I've flown all over the world and sipped the nectar of exotic flowers. I would surely be bored if I could not fly. I flew once, said Old Rock. Gosh, said Tall Pine. How? Asked Spotted Beetle. Rocks don't fly, said Hummingbird. Old Rock told them about the time in the beginning when darkness was all around. And then I erupted out of a volcano and soared through a fiery sky into the bright light of a new world. So it was just the one time, said Hummingbird. And now you're sitting here, said Tall Pine. Being bored, said Spotted Beetle. I'm not bored, said Old Rock. Don't you want to see more? Asked Spotted Beetle. If I climbed to the tip-top branch of Tall Pine, I might see a deer mouse nibbling seeds in a nearby tree, or watch ships sailing across the big lake. Old Rock said, I've seen a lot. Old Rock told them about the time a group of friendly dinosaurs lumbered by, munching every leaf in sight. Then many years later, a not-so-friendly dinosaur came looking for a meal. Time passed, things changed, and the world chilled. Which wasn't too bad because Old Rock took a ride in a glacier and toured the land. Once the glacier melted, it left me perched at the top of a ridge, and I could see the place where the sky touches the earth. My, you have seen a lot, said Spotted Beetle. How unusual, said Hummingbird. Yes, but that was ages ago, said Tall Pine. Aren't you bored now? Don't you want to move? My limbs flutter gently in a breeze and dance wildly when the wind blows. I've never danced, but I'm pretty good at doing somersaults, said Old Rock. Old Rock revealed that after teetering on the edge for a while, the ground rumbled, and I tumbled and stumbled down, down, down into a valley. Grasses grew, mastodons roamed, and lakes formed. I'm trying not to laugh at this book. That's why I keep making funny faces. I never knew a rock had moves like that, said Tall Pine. I wish I could have seen those things, said Spotted Beetle. What happened next? Asked Hummingbird. A pine forest sprouted up around me. One day a strong breeze shook a pine cone loose. From the pine cone a seed fell onto the forest floor. I watched that seedling grow to be the tall pine who dances in the wind and keeps me company. Sometimes a spotted beetle wanders along to report all that he sees, and every so often the loveliest hummingbird stops to rest after a long flight, and she describes the amazing places she's visited. It's a very nice spot, said Old Rock. Yes, it is, agreed Tall Pine. Very nice, said Spotted Beetle. Not boring at all, said Hummingbird. That is the end. That was Old Rock, our second book today. And our first book was Snail Crossing. So now that I'm done with these at Storytime, I'm going to check them back in, and you guys can come and get them and check them out if you want yourself. So today we did virtual story time. Thank you for joining me today. We do virtual story time here at the Bartlesville Public Library on our Facebook page, the Bartlesville Public Library Facebook page, at 11 on Monday, every Monday I should say. So I will be back in a week with stories and songs. Also, I don't want to forget to point out that we have story time in person. Miss Laura does that. She does it on Wednesday and Thursday. Every Wednesday and Thursday, I should point out, and she does it at 10 and 11 a.m. So we do story times 5 times a week. I do it today, and then, like I said, Miss Laura does it twice, Wednesday and Thursday. We hope you can join us. I'm signing off. Have a good week. I'll see you guys later.